change your oil once every 10 years. That thing will outlast your grandchildren's grandchildren, you know what I mean? These big V8s with push rods, if you change them once a year, you'll extend the life of your truck. You change them religiously to manufacturer specs, you got a 1,000,000-mile engine, potentially. I'm not saying there won't be other repairs and stuff like that. Like, you're more likely to have a wiring problem, you know, a sensor problem than you are a mechanical problem on the way trucks are built. Say from the 1990s on, I mean, what gets most trucks around here is not the mechanicals, it's the rust. You know, it's like they become such a rust bucket that, you know, you're going to get pulled off the road on a roadside safety anyway. It's the rust. You know, the frame is usually last to go, but the bodywork is usually the first to go, right? And that's what really makes or breaks how long you have a vehicle around here in these parts. The consumables, your brakes, tie rod ends, all the stuff like that, you can deal with that. And again, I don't know how this truck was driven. I don't think the lady that had it drove it like a madman. I think she was pretty reasonable, you know, in how she drove it. She wasn't trying to pull like a freight train with it, just, you know, like a little camper, well, a good sized camper trailer, and you know, a boat, like a little like runabout. Even if the boat and the trailer together would weigh 1,500 pounds, if that. That's nothing for a truck like this. Tow that all day on a mountainous road, you know what I mean? So this truck, in that sense, I know she didn't abuse it that way. But I know she didn't. I know she neglected the repairs. The mechanic had a good laugh at my dog food can exhaust. I told him what I wanted to do, right? And these guys, like, they know how to do the upsell there. They're like that mechanic there, Matt. I was at him for like 2.5 months, and he, you know, like over the winter, like I was hoping to give him the business, but you know, he just kept refusing. Then. One nice thing about them, when you say, okay, I want to get my vehicle worked on, they give you a date and time. Now, I got there early, so my time was for 10:45. I probably got there like 9:15 or something like that, who knows. And they took me early, so that's good, right? And the thing about that is, like, it's prompt, you know, they've got their times down good. But they limit what they do. So finding an actual mechanic to do mechanic things is kind of difficult. I guess the speed limit just isn't fast enough. Guy, like I'm at 90. Like, how fast do you have to go? You know what I mean? It's Monday. Like, on a Monday. Why are you going so fast on a Monday? What's wrong with you? That's what happens when you drink too much freaking Red Bull. You know, like, you're supposed to be mellowed out. Like, this is bad enough, you know what I mean? This is my bad habit, right? Definitely driving smoother, you know. I take pride in taking something that's rough and making it better. I really do. The guy, while we were waiting for the oil to drain, he got out the grease gun, he did all my ball joints, he did all my axle stuff. So for me, the way I look at it, that is worth $120, and he goes around shaking things and things that I didn't think of. You know what I mean? I don't know if the Eco Center's closed. Hope not, because I got some Eco Center jobs coming up. But anyway, the thing is that quite you. That's the brake thingy. I don't know if they do brakes. I don't know if they do brakes there. Because what'll happen with this, like, I bought a whole bunch of brake parts for Brutus, right? And Brutus has been sitting for like over a year now. And that's not enough to make the brake parts go bad. I'm obviously going to take those brake parts off, but and reuse them on this at some point. But if I have the money, I'll just go all new. So I asked him, does he do emergency brake? He said no. So I don't think they do brake stuff there. But if I could take this to like Midas or whatever, or Canadian Tire, or whoever does brake job stuff, like, do it all. Do the lines, do the reservoir, just do it all. You know, here's $3,000, do it all. You know what I mean? Suspension and brake components are usually the most expensive things you can do, right? And next to an engine rebuild, right? So what are the things that wear out on a vehicle? Next, if the body, you know, is pretty good, the rockers are good, not too bad on that side, starting to go on this side a bit, but I can get on top of that in the next year, 2 years. So I can plan out what to do first, right? I have time, so to speak. So for me, the oil change was top priority until I find that gremlin that, you know, haunts my truck. After that, the headlight on this side, I got to figure out what's going on with that thing. You know, there's a new bulb in there, but I think I got the wrong pigtail. I think that's a common problem when people replace the pots on their Gen 3 Rams. There's like a discrepancy between like the 2001 and